Well, it's always nice to hear some good news because AI generated art just got wrecked in the US Supreme Court. So, the US Supreme Court declined on Monday to take up the issue of whether art generated by artificial intelligence can be copyrighted under US law, turning away a case involving a computer scientist from Missouri who was denied a copyright for a piece of visual art made by his AI system. Yes, that is correct. This guy generated some AI art using some prompt, probably like ChatGPT or something like that, and he wanted to get it copyrighted. Hey, this is my art. Nobody else can use it. So plaintiff Stephen had appealed to the justices after lower courts upheld a U.S. Copyright Office decision that the AI crafted visual art at issue in the case was ineligible for copyright protection because they did not have a human creator. I mean, sounds good to me. Basically, what the courts are saying is, hey, if your art wasn't even made by an actual human being, how can you copyright it? So what is Stephen proposing? Anybody who makes any type of AI generated bullcrap can now copyright it, and now nobody else can use that type of art? I mean, it's just so weird. But anyways, this dude applied for a federal copyright registration in 2018 covering a recent entrance to paradise. Visual art, he said his AI technology, Debus, created. That's probably not how you say it, but I'm going to say it like that because it's funny. But anyways, the image shows train tracks entering a portal surrounded by what appears to be green and purple plant imagery. Okay, so he wanted to get that copyright. Wow, what a work of art there, man. So it's this piece of art over here. I mean, not gonna lie, kind of looks like a booty hole, but hey, you know, whatever makes you happy. The Copyright Office rejected his application in 2022, finding that creative works must have human authors to be eligible to receive a copyright. That actually makes sense to me. This is a pretty funny detail about the story. I'm actually surprised that the Trump administration got involved in this one, but anyways, the Copyright Office has separately rejected bids by artists for copyrights on images generated by the AI system Midjourney. Those artists argued that they were entitled to copyrights for images they created with AI assistance, unlike Thaler, who said his system created a recent entrance to paradise independent. But then a federal judge went ahead and upheld that decision for Thaler's case in 2023, writing that human authorship is, quote, a bedrock requirement of copyright, which again is true. How the hell can you copyright art that you didn't even make yourself? If an AI prompt or system or whatever the hell they're called, if it generated the art for you, how are you going to say that that's yours? That's so weird. And then they affirmed the ruling in 2025. Thaler's lawyers told the Supreme Court in a filing that his case was of paramount importance considering the rapid rise of generative AI. You want to see something else that this guy's stupid ass lawyer said? The Copyright Office will have irreversibly and negatively impacted AI development and use in the creative industry during critically important years. So they're basically crying because the court said, no, you cannot copyright a piece of generated AI art when you aren't even the creator of it yourself. Hopefully there are court cases like this in the future that go ahead and make this like a thing. Like, for example, maybe they could make it so like you can't make money off of AI generated art like on YouTube and stuff. That would be freaking great. Imagine you can't make any money off of AI generated videos. YouTube would become YouTube again. Actual human beings would be making videos and showing up on your homepage as opposed to AI slop crap. Now, speaking of which, YouTube is full of so much AI now to the point where actual artists on YouTube that are making their own unique animations are actually not only getting drowned out by AI, but some of the projects that they have created could also be turned into AI as well. There's a popular animated series called Chicken Nugget, which is supposed to be like a short form animated series. This is actually real art made by this person named Kyra. It's just like animated shows about like groups of animals and stuff like that. Well, yeah, this person actually is animating all of this, and this is a project that she created, but unfortunately, she doesn't actually own the project. The project is technically owned by Buzzfeed, when Buzzfeed's animation lab to be specific, and now Buzzfeed's intention is going to be to feed this series into generative AI to train AI systems. This person's work that they worked so hard on, and regardless of whether you like or watch this type of content at all, that's irrelevant. I mean, the fact that it's a real artist on YouTube who's making real stuff, and now their whole series is going to get fed into generative AI, that's pretty messed up, man. Which is why Haven Social is aiming to be the best anti-AI YouTube alternative out there. Imagine a website where you can upload any type of image or video, and whatever you upload will be actually sent through an AI poisoning software so AI models can't copy any of the art that you make there. They're also even funding research to develop the first software that can protect videos as well. There's not even one that exists out there yet. There's not going to be any monetization abuse on Haven Social as well. Like on YouTube, if one video goes viral and if it gets you over the monetization threshold, you're not even going to get anything because you're technically not monetized. But with Haven, once you hit that threshold, they're just going to remember at what point you actually hit it. And then when you apply for monetization, you're not going to have to worry about any sort of threshold again. They also actually have a good copyright system on Haven, whereas YouTube has like one of the worst copyright systems I've ever seen. Right when you get copyright claimed on YouTube, 100% of the revenue of your video immediately goes over to the holder. But Haven is actually going to be on your side and try their hardest to classify your videos under fair use. So even if you do lose a few percentage of your revenue to that copyright holder, at least you're not going to lose 100% of it like on YouTube. They're also going to have an actually good recommendation algorithm on Haven, unlike YouTube, where they're going to have a reverse chronological feed. So people who subscribe to you can reliably see everything that you make. Like I said, fully anti-AI, great place for artists, great place for content creators in general. And with this whole story going on right now with Chicken Nugget, it really just goes to show how tons of people are going over to Haven right now. I will be leaving a link to their Kickstarter in the description and in the top line in the comments. And they're also doing raffles right now for free commissions from the art YouTubers that they're sponsoring. So for those of you guys who are art YouTubers out there that are getting really sick and tired of what's happening on YouTube with animators getting demonetized, or like what happened with Chicken Nugget, their whole thing getting fed to AI, head over to their socials and you could win some custom free art. This video is sponsored by Haven, pretty much the only sponsor that I've ever taken, and it's because I really believe in the project. And the more competitors YouTube has, the better. It'll actually force them to improve. So they made a statement saying, "Hey, it's Kyra, creator and voice actor of Chicken Nugget. I have some incredibly unfortunate news I'm very saddened to deliver. I will be leaving the show and no longer voicing Chicken. Buzzfeed is going to be requiring Chicken to be fed into AI for a project, and I am fully against this. It's being done despite our stance against it. It's entirely out of our control, and I'm utterly heartbroken. I'm very anti-AI, and I cannot support this. Thus, I am leaving to boycott this. I am so upset it's come to this, and I cannot apologize enough for this happening. I can't thank you all enough for all of your incredible support on Chicken Nugget, as well as the incredible talent of the cast and the crew on the show. Love you all so much. This project has been a highlight of my career." And they basically made sure to clarify that AI is not being used in any of the episodes online, nor has it ever been. So no episodes that come out after I leave will include AI. We recorded scripts and animated episodes before the situation unfolded, so do not fear. Episodes are AI free, and if that ever changes, you will be told. The AI is only being used in a project that none of us can talk about because of NDA, but none of us are involved. I am leaving before this project starts. Everyone on BuzzFeed's animation team is against this. It's a situation that's out of everyone's hands. There is a chance I would be given Chicken potentially in the future, which case I would continue the show as intended with everyone on board. No AI ever. So yeah, AI is not only destroying regular people's jobs and like their 9-to-5s and stuff like that, but even people online, content creators who are making their own unique animated series. AI is absolutely destroying so many careers, and just they're completely destroying animation in general. A lot of animation channels on YouTube, for example, have been getting demonetized by AI. This is something that I've talked about recently before too. YouTube has been demonetizing tons of animators, and they've actually been using their AI automated systems to do so. And not only are the AI automated systems themselves demonetizing all the animators as well, but the animators themselves are getting drowned out by AI slop content that's all over YouTube as well. Like I said, whether you like this type of content or not, it's the fact that an actual content creator is getting their, probably life's work just sold to AI, and there's nothing that they can even do about it. And I remember reading somewhere that they had a community post talking about this too, but I think they were forced to delete it by BuzzFeed or something. Actually, I was just able to find it right now. The creator of Chicken Nugget, Kyra, will be leaving the series and BuzzFeed due to them wanting to use chicken for AI products. And so they made this over here, and this statement was actually the same one that we just read that was from their Twitter. So this was deleted from YouTube, and that tweet was actually deleted by them as well. So not sure what's going on there or why that's happening. But back to the overall encompassing point, AI is completely destroying all social media, all content creators, and I am just glad that a court case like that was able to at least give us one small win against AI, which is, hey, no, you can't copyright AI generated art. It's not something that was actually made by a real human being, and therefore you cannot go ahead and enforce copyright law onto it. With all the stuff that's going on in the world right now, both on the internet and outside of the internet, I will take any type of good news that I can get. It may seem like it's not that big of a deal, or that AI could, have some other type of Supreme Court case where they could actually have some benefits to it. But at the end of the day, at least AI art, according to that court ruling, cannot be under protected copyright, and you can't, AI generate something on ChatGPT or something and just be like, hey, look, this is my work of art. Nobody else can use it. Small wins, small wins. That's all I'm asking for. But yeah, let me know what you guys' thoughts on the situation in the comments. AI did take a massive L today. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. See ya.